Season 4 is here, and the Chrome has many things in mind for the island. From the return of the Cube Queen to a full reality breakdown, the final plan has already begun. I mentioned the Cube Queen, and although Chrome is the main enemy here, cubes are most definitely involved. But how so? The main dark energy within the cubes was also said to be within the reality tree during quests, and from what we know, this entity, the Herald, overlooks and controls the tree through a Chrome orb, meaning she is in power of a dark energy source, just like the Cube Queen was. They also both have these bright blue ominous eyes, and her main outfit and theme is based around the flora of the last reality, which is the Cube Queen's faction. Not only that, but her Chrome substance is what made up the Spire. It was a defense source of dark energy. So we see a pattern here. Last time the Chrome was present on the island in the Spire, it consumed and corrupted power-hungry individuals, granting them supernatural abilities, and it also attracted the Cube Queen's army of alien motherships. Now the Chrome is here once more, with a figure in power and a desire of consumption. If this cycle continues on like last time, it may attract the Dark Army once more. But that's all past evidence. What tells us that it's happening right now? The Herald's main assistants in battle are actually Chromium Wolves, that links to Chromium quite obviously, as well as the Spire's primal region, which was inhabited by these same wolves. The Loot Lake Island that the cube first spawned on and was beneath has suddenly made its return for the new season, and this is no coincidence. So now that we have evidence pointing towards these dark relations, we need to know how these energies will work together. What is the Chrome's true plan? Well, it seems as though the Herald faction will work alongside the Last Reality and the Cube Queen. Herald's army is called the Nothing, and we know this through her set, which will release soon. These two armies are already making their stand together, as a crack splits the sky above Loot Lake, ready to bring in their armies and their troops. But why in hell would she work with the Cube Queen? When the Herald isn't fighting, she stops to observe the reality tree through this Chrome orb, and when she is fighting, she actually uses this orb to encase herself for protection and power. This is exactly the same process that the Cube Queen and the Ice King do. So I highly am convinced that this character, the Herald, is elementally related, and possibly an elemental. She's likely a close ally of dark energy within the elemental group, and as for herself, I'd say it's the earth element that was leaked that she represents. The idea that she is part of a group with more backstory rather than just a new introduction is really interesting. We can almost confirm this from the new story quests, as we see Amy, Paradigm, and Jones, who all are aware of this faction. Take a listen.
Chances here. They're nothing.
Did she say nothing? Or V, nothing, capital T, capital N.
Oh, don't pretend you don't know.
Here, Paradigm initially addresses the Nothing, who are, the Herald's faction, and she knows who they are, she doesn't have to go into detail, she knows who is behind this Chrome. When Jones then tries to act like he doesn't know what she means, he doesn't know who they are, Amy tells him to stop faking it, meaning that if she was programmed by the Scientist knows and was able to give that knowledge to her. Paradigm also knows, Jones also knows he's trying to hide it, this is really bad, and this enemy is likely something that the Seven were all aware of together, as well as the Imagined Order. It ties back to how the Spire was actually on the Imagined Order's main logo, its main symbol was right there. And if the Herald is behind the Spires and also, the Chrome, I'd also say that she may be part of Io's, inner circle that we've seen through the comics. Seeing this looks sort of like an inner circle where among the enemies this, Spire Chrome symbol sort of sits. She's likely working against Geno in the inner circle to bring in the dark enemy, kinda like a betrayal towards him, similar to what happened in Chapter 2 Season 7 as, Jones and the imposters went against the IO. Who's to stop her from doing this? We are only really left with Jones as well as the Paradigm, as Amy won't help us if Scientist isn't here, so she's out of it. Out of Jones and the Paradigm, I think it makes much more sense for the Paradigm to be the savior of this situation. The Seven have always doubted her, especially the Origin and, the Foundation. So if she was the one to save everything in this massive, mix-up, I think that it would be a great way to bring the group together and show them that she does care. How would she even do that? Isn't she in another reality? Isn't she gone? It's been made obvious to us that Paradigm is great with technology. She operated a mech twice, she pilots all of the Seven's main missions, and there's no doubt that their homeworld is very much future-like as well, seeing how advanced she is according to the comics. Paradigm has an unstoppable power of creation energy. Cosmetics like the power inside, Paradive, and the Hero's Heart emoticon all tease this character having supernatural-like abilities, deriving right from the 0 Points creation energy, so she better save us. With the Paradigm as our final savior, and this inevitable darkness rising to our reality, what do you think will happen in the Nothing's final plan?